If you turn to the middle of page 634, I'm going to get you to highlight this first sentence. And we're going to look at it graphically just to understand. If you have a parabola inside absolute values, when you do that, you'll either have part of it get flipped up and get this sort of W-shaped graph, right? Or you could have a parabola that was already just on this, that either the whole negative part got flipped up or it was positive already and didn't affect it. So these are sort of two possibilities for parabolas if they were inside absolute value. And it's saying that you could get either 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 solutions. So the question is, could I draw a horizontal line so that I have 4 solutions? Can you see this one right here? Would have all 4 solutions. Could I draw a horizontal line that has 3 solutions? Well, right here, if it hits that vertex now flipped up, it would have 3 solutions. Could I have 2 solutions? Well, there's lots of possibilities for 2 solutions. Right here, there's 2 solutions. Up at the top here, there'd be 2 solutions. Almost everywhere on this graph where it intersects would be 2 solutions. If I wanted 1 solution, it would only be possible in this situation, where it just hits the vertex, and that vertex happened to have been on the x-intercept to begin with. And of course, there's lots of possibilities with no solutions, which we could see really easy algebraically. Anytime you have something equal, an absolute value equal to a negative number, you're like, no, absolute values make things positive or 0. It can't equal a negative number, there would be no solutions. We want to keep that in mind because now we're going to solve things algebraically. So now there's possibilities for more than 1 solution. And the way that we do this, again, when we're doing it algebraically, your absolute value is a piecewise function. It has 2 pieces. So we have to consider when solving both pieces separately. So there's the piece where the inside is already positive, and there's the piece where the inside is negative. And what I like about this question is there's x's on both sides. I start with x plus 8. If it's positive, do the absolute value bars matter? No. Because if absolute value makes something positive, it's already positive, so it would just stay 4x plus 6. But if it's negative, what I like to do is I like to put it in brackets, especially if the other side is complicated. Like the other side is not just a number. If it's just a number, you can make the number negative. But it's an x plus 8. So instead I'm going to think, well, what do absolute values do? They make something positive. If this 4x minus 8 is negative, algebraically I can make it positive by putting a negative in front. Because a negative times a negative would be positive. And you're wondering why I wrote 8? Yes, that is a very good question. I talked to you earlier about being able to copy things down incorrectly is a skill. There. Should have been 4x plus 6, right? Does that make you feel better? Yeah. I'm really confused now, Mr. Harris making up new math. We would have found out eventually that when it didn't work very nice, that something went wrong. So we can combine our like terms. I put my x's on one side, move my 6 to the other side, divide both sides by 3, and I get x equals 2/3. On the other side, while negative out in front would mean I'd have to distribute x plus 8 equals negative 4x minus 6. Combine my like terms, I have 5x equals negative 14, and x is equal to negative 14 over 5. Now with absolute value equations, we have to be careful. Sometimes bad things happen. Okay? And what you have to check for Does it make sense if the other side is an absolute value, what I just circled had to be positive in the end? If you plug in positive 2/3 and add 8, will it be positive? Yes. So I'm going to put a little check mark here. Just double check that it'll work. I was a little nervous with the negative 14/5. But, can you see that this is just a little bit less than negative 3? And if you added 8, would it still be positive? Whew. It's okay. So even though the answer is negative, because I had an x plus 8 on the other side, that is actually okay. All right, circle question 8. And we got 15 minutes left. We're going to do it